Hi Sonia, how you doing? I've got your creature Flippin' Foods Fred, Flippin' Food Fred, and I also have your writing. And in your writing that was submitted to the M3 Task 2 discussion board, you say that you feel like you've picked the wrong creature. This has been the hardest assignment. After completing the assignment, my character looks like a pile of food. And after looking at your character, I think that, based on what you have here, I tend to agree with you, but that's not bad because it's a really good start. And let me explain what I mean. I have your file up here, and over here you can see I'm trying to break these things away so that we can get the best view possible. I just want to take a look at your layers. And we can see a couple of things in your layers, okay? Like things like that are working out perfectly. And all of these masks work perfectly. Let me show you what I mean. If I disengage the mask, the whole image comes through. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for the ability to be able to show proficiency in masking, which you've done. That's awesome. These little vector masks over here, I don't know how those got involved, but we don't need those. So we can just take that and we can delete that vector mask. And as you can see, nothing happens over here. So let's just delete those vector masks to keep the file nice and clean. Now, at this point, I want to say that from here on in, it's all mask. It's all work within your masking, within your masking thumbnails. So, refining your layer masks here. Do you remember in the assignment where we refined the model's hair to show all those little spikes? It's the same thing here. Now, I want to mention that in Photoshop composite work, as you probably really can tell right by now, it's all about planning. So I think that back when we were looking at your sketches and I was mentioning that, the movement and the fact that using, like, see these little arms right here? They're just never going to show up in a background. So, you need to keep things like that in mind. Try to develop a face and an actual hair as opposed to, these kind of pieced together things. And again, it's all going to be in the planning stage. Let me just show you kind of what I'm talking about just to get you an idea. Now over here, I've just got Photoshop Food Creature Composite. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I want you to take a look and just take a look through these. And you can do this exact search. Do Photoshop Food Creature Composite or Photoshop Composite Tutorials or whatever kind of search that you think would yield interesting results. And you'll get all sorts of things that will give you good ideas. There's one here I was really interested in. And I don't know where it went, but it was like a tortoise made out of a hamburger. See, these are all really interesting, and a lot of these will take you to tutorials. But the reason I'm showing you this is because I just want you to get an idea of how creative and the limitations or the lack of limitations that we actually have in Photoshop. You see, that's just a basic masking. And working the masks and massaging those masks using painting techniques in order to mix these pixels in a way that is undetectable. Okay, so food for thought. Keep that in mind. If you have any questions, just feel free to give me a holler. And right now you're showing excellent proficiency. It's just a matter of planning the creature from here. Okay, thanks, Sonia.